Are you struggling and juggling? So many of us right now are trying to work from home and also trying to homeschool our children, which is not easy. It is not easy in this environment to play so many different roles and wear so many different hats, and you feel like you're constantly in demand. It's stressful. It creates anxiety. We're becoming quite anxious with everything that's happening. I have some tips for you that I'm going to share with you to help you as you try to homeschool and work from home. First thing you need to do is to start planning your day. Now, it is super hard to plan days, depending on the age of your children, depending on if they're willing to work with you or not. But one of the things that's really important to remember is that children do work well with structure. The hardest part is putting that structure in place. That's always going to be your first battle. Once it is in place for a few days and you set yourself up to know it's going to be tough for those few days and make sure that you stay strong with it, it will help. It will help them and it will definitely help you. So that structure and deciding on what that daily structure looks like depends on quite a few things. It will depend on what times of the day the school release the homework into you. That can always be different. It can be the same time. Sometimes it's really structured, sometimes it's not. You need to work out when it comes in and then decide on, right, are we going to do it in the morning? Are we going to do it in the afternoon? So you may find that you have a lot of morning meetings. So give yourself a break. Don't try to do both. It's quite tough to work and homeschool at the same time. So if you have those morning meetings, decide that the afternoon is going to be that central time for you to work with the children. If you can move meetings into the afternoon or spread them out throughout the day, but give yourself a really lovely structure so the children know when you're available to them and when they can have your attention and you can have that focused time with them. That's what they need. They need to understand when they can have that time with you. So it's really important to create that structure. All of you will have different structures. Everybody will be different because we all work differently. We all manage children differently. We parent differently. We have different ways of doing things, but that's okay. You've just got to find a structure that works for you. So it's important to think about what that structure looks like. It's important to plan for it. My other tip is to have a backup plan. We have to have a backup plan. It doesn't always go as smoothly as what I'm talking about. You're going to have some really tough times where the engagement is struggling with the children. They're maybe not sure of what you're expecting them to do. They maybe don't understand their homework. They're getting really frustrated. So we have to have a backup plan. So think about on your days where you're planning out your structure, what's your backup plan? When are you going to do that? If the morning homeworking doesn't work so well and you need to pull away from it, what is it going to look like in the afternoon? Or you're going to re-engage it at lunchtime? Have to have a backup plan. And number 3 is to be kind to yourself. We are really struggling in this environment. There are so many expectations being put on us that we didn't ask for. We're trying to be an excellent parent. We're trying to be a teacher. We're trying to still be at work and be present and do everything that's expected of us. It's not possible. You are one person. So be kind to yourself, plan your day out and manage people's expectations and be realistic with yourself. It's okay not to get everything done in that day. If you're in work, set yourself 3 priorities for the day. Only 3, no more. Because when we start to give ourselves an A4 sheet of paper, a to-do list to do, and homeschool and try and manage the children, we are setting ourselves up to fail. Try not to do that. With work, set yourself 3 priorities and you will start to become more successful. The children will have a structure. They'll start to know when you're available and you'll start to manage everybody's expectations, including yourself. I really hope some of these tips help. I know how difficult it is. I am speaking from experience and going through it myself. So if you would like any advice, any support, hints, tips, anything at all that I can help with, reach out. We are here We are in this situation. Let's do it together. Let's support each other in this environment. Stay safe, look after yourselves, and please be kind to yourself.